What's up YouTube, and welcome back to another video. Today we have the explanation and personal view of my journey through ranked in Marvel Rivals. I basically just explain what I think of each tier and how I went through it and how easy it was. But a quick disclaimer, this is my personal view and each person goes through competitive differently, so don't be upset or disheartened of the grind, because at the end of the day, it's really just for fun, and this was my personal view and it definitely differs between each individual person. First off, we have bronze and we have silver. I'm not really going to go into too much detail about these two. Bronze was relatively easy and silver was not as easy as bronze, but it still wasn't that great either. It didn't take that long. I think in total maybe 20 games between the two, going 3-1 and then 3-1 on silver as well. It took a little longer in silver, of course, because a lot of people were more experienced, but honestly, all in all, it didn't take that long for me to get through the two. Yeah, sure, bronze was easy and silver was also pretty easy. A lot of people are stuck on them, and I understand it because a lot of people aren't used to shooters and maybe they want to try Marvel Rivals. But bronze and silver were just, since I've been playing shooters for a long time, I moved from Overwatch to Marvel Rivals, so I've been playing shooters for kind of a while now, and it just was not that too much of a challenge. I understand it can be for some people, but for me personally, it just wasn't too much of a challenge, and it only got more challenging once I hit gold rank, because then a lot of more people were experienced. But for right now, bronze and silver, not too bad. Really fun though, and I did get Lord in silver too, I believe, but for right now, it just wasn't that hard at all. My experience in gold, however, was a lot harder than it was in silver and bronze. When I made it out of silver, I thought gold was just going to be as easy as the two. And gold 3 and 2 were a little more difficult. They were kind of hard and the games took a little longer. And since I was healer most of it, I didn't really have to do too much DPS-wise or tank-wise. I maybe played 1 or 2 games of Magneto, but other than that, I didn't really play too much tank. I was just healer. It only really got difficult when I hit gold 1. Gold 1 was the second hardest to get out of in the entire game, in my opinion. That cap that they have at gold 1 going into platinum was so extremely bad. I think it took all bronze and silver games combined for me to get out of gold 1 and into plat. It took about 22 games just to get out of gold 1. It was so difficult. And half the time, sure, I'm going to blame it on my team because I was healer. It might have been my fault too. I'm not going to lie. But everyone, and I mean everyone, wanted to play DPS once I hit that gold 1 cap. Everyone wanted to play DPS. No tanks. Half the time I was only solo healing, and even if I had my friend with me and we were duo healing, everybody else was DPS. Nobody wanted to play tank, and they thought they could go up against a 3 tank, 3 healer process without trying to kill the healers. It was just so painfully bad. And we would be getting 0 and 18 DPSs such as Spider-Man, who thinks they're the best Spider-Man main in the world, and Hulk. If we had a tank like 1 in 1,000 times that we had one, it was probably a Hulk with no Iron Man or Doctor Strange team up, and if he would jump in, get like changed down to his smaller, to Bruce Banner, and then try to run away, begging for heals, and get instantly murdered. He would not pay attention to the DPS trying to kill his healers either, and it was just a painfully long process that I'm glad that I did not have to repeat, because once I hit Diamond 3 in the later stages, and then we moved back down, I was put right back into Gold 1, and I got out of it almost instantly. So I thank God every day that I did not have to play against Gold 1, like with Gold 1 players anymore. Half the time they were silver while I was trying to get to plat, which I really didn't understand. And now we're on to platinum. A lot of experienced people made it to platinum, especially with that gold 1 cap that I believe just exists there to stop all the bad people from getting through. The gold 1 cap kind of helped it out with plats 3 and 2. It made it a lot easier, it seemed, than Gold 1. It didn't take me as many games to get through Plat 3. It was only like 10, and then it took me maybe like 12 games to get through Plat 2. It definitely was hard, and it took a long time, especially since most of our games would go into overtime, and then you'd have to try to win based off of that. Definitely took way more effort than I thought it would, but we had experienced people on our team, and we had experienced people on the enemy team, so it was a very even match. It took a while, but it was an even match. Now, I'm getting to Plat 1. Good lord, if hell was a real place, ranked grind in Plat 1 would be it. I am not lying to you when I tell you that it took exactly 52 games from when I first hit Plat 1 to get to Diamond 3. I don't think I have ever regretted playing ranked more than being in Plat 1. It's infamous for its level cap, and I swear to God, every single Plat 1 team I'd be in, you either had god tier people that could never miss a shot and you thought they were hacking on your team, or they were on the enemy team. And your team was just full of a bunch of idiotic, stupid assholes that wanted to play DPS and thought that they could go 4 DPS, 2 healer, and face 3 tanks. I mean, especially since they wouldn't even be playing tank killers. Like, you'd think they'd be playing Wolverine, but no. Let's play... Fuck, Namor. Let's play Psylocke, where you can get dodged from tanks, and you wouldn't even kill tanks half the time because of it. It was absolutely awful. The grind from Plat 1 was basically almost a diamond, and then you'd lose 10 games in a row, and now you'd be back down to Plat 2. But then you could go up to almost diamond again, and then back down, and up and down and up and down in a constant swirl and spiral that you'd absolutely hate. Plat 1 was the fucking worst in any ranked game I've played. I've played Rainbow Six Siege ranked, I've played Fortnite ranked, and Overwatch ranked as well. And Dragon Ball Legends, if you include Dragon Ball Legends, the mobile game, I played ranked in that as well. Could not even comprehend or fathom how much pain I was feeling in these ranked games. I had the most brain-dead teammates in the world that could not even pick up a controller but somehow are playing the game against god-tier practical hackers that never missed a shot and would always go for a healer. And I played healer a lot of Plat 1. Never protected whatsoever. They would always try to go for the kills and not protect the healers, and then die and then complain about not getting heals. Plat 1 was the absolute worst experience, and I could not even recommend playing Plat 1. It was just so awful. And all in all, I only ended up making it to Diamond 3, and that's the top rank I've made it to so far out of all the seasons. I mean, there's only 2, but Season 0. I made it to Diamond 3. I will recommend, though, Diamond 3, they're all experienced players. I mean, they've gone through the Gold 1 and the Plat 1 caps. They're really, really good, which makes it really difficult because now you've got 2 really good teams facing off against each other, and it's a coin flip 50-50 on if you're going to win or not. It just makes it a very competitive, very angry game. I mean, when I was playing ranked in general, especially in Diamond, I was just so pissed all the time. My J. Jonah Jameson would have been proud because of how much my blood level was rising. This was so bad. Diamond 3, though, it wasn't as worse. It wasn't as bad as Plat 1. It was still bad. Don't get me wrong. It was still really, really bad. But I could actually count on my teammates to help me this time. It didn't feel more like a solo act with 5 people all acting against each other trying to win. It felt more like a team effort, which made it really, really nice. But I didn't really play too many games because I didn't want to go back down to Plat 1. So I kind of like cut it off there at Diamond 3. But at the end of the day, it was still a really fun experience. Ranked was absolutely amazing, and I wouldn't take it back really whatsoever. It was just a fun game to play, get my level up. I even got Lord on Bucky and on Jeff just because I was playing Ranked. So it was a fun time. It just also wasn't fun at the same time. It pissed me off so much. And as for Diamond 2 and above, I don't really know much about it because I never made it up that high, but I bet they all have their trials and stipulations, and hopefully you guys can let me know in the comments, and let me know what was the hardest thing about hitting Grandmaster, or even one above all if we have any of those. Anyways, let me know your guys' rank down in the comments below. Let me know if this hits close to home, or if you're stuck somewhere and need some help, or just let me know what you're thinking about Marvel Rivals entirely. I think it's an extremely fun game. I definitely recommend it if you haven't played it, especially if you're still stuck on Overwatch. It's dying, man. Don't get off. But I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Like and subscribe, and let me know how I did on the video.